What's happening, YouTube? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. Now, it has been apparent that I guess ponies have been paying attention to the political race this year because they're doing the Donald Trump hard. They are flipping out. They're going to links of saying that this whole Scorpio thing is not real, to even saying that games is the things that matter. Now, of course, games are what matter and should be mattering this generation. But of course, if it wasn't for the whole power discussion, we wouldn't even be having these type of discussions right now. We probably would be talking about what games are out, why these games are broken, the real reasons of why we should have, consoles and PC games work in our favor. But of course, the console war is what you like, the crumb side, as we say. And so now, all this rhetoric has stirred out and making these dudes and ladies have headaches. It's not real. The Scorpio is just speculation. You could have said that until AMD kind of spilled the beans yesterday at their press conference, basically stating that there's a new system coming from Microsoft, and it's going to be the Scorpio. Then there's also being rumors about that this new Slim that's coming is going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 4.5. How much I know about this, I don't know. I'm just reading the article. Now, if that is the case, if it's more powerful or if it's in the same power structure, then what is that going to do to PlayStation Nation? That was one of their biggest and best standing points, other than now the sales. Their power. They're 50% more power. And then on top of that, I just read an article from N4G that was saying that developers are concerned because of the optimal differences between the PS4 and the Neo. Now, to some might say, well, that's not a big deal. I mean, the developers just, double down and work on both games. Okay, that takes more time. And that also is starting PlayStation fans to start eating their own. I don't want the vanilla PlayStation. I want the Neo. Well, what about the people that have just now bought a PlayStation 4 and then they find out that they got to get a lesser, not as well built game or made game, and they spent their hard-earned money thinking that this was the more powerful system, that this was what PlayStation was for the gamers. It's not for the gamers. That's absolutely not for the gamers. Let me explain what Microsoft is doing. You're saying, well, the same. No. This is what Microsoft is doing. See, this is not a pretend 1.5 upgrade that I was not going to support. This is a hybrid console that has never been made that's going to be comparable to the PC, because that system is going to be upgradable to that customer's liking. When that system comes out the box, and the Slim, it's going to be, and with this new 10th anniversary update that's coming to the X1, all of these systems are going to be the same. So the developer only has to make one version of the game. It's up to the customer if they want that power to put it into that Scorpio to make it be comparable to the PC. And that's just absolutely genius. But while on the Sony side, you're starting to develop a culture of the have and have-nots, which is really unfortunate for the fact that the success of the PlayStation 4, if it wasn't because of Sony being in a financial burden like they are, they would probably do more, but it might be unlikely, because it's all about trying to make the dollar instead of trying to feed the fan base and make it grow. EA Access is still one of their biggest mistakes ever. After hearing that EA Access has got other developing companies, or I should say other gaming companies, want to put their games with EA Access. AMD and Microsoft have a good relationship. EA and Microsoft have a great relationship. This is only making things worse for Sony. PlayStation Now has really not been talked about. I wonder if they're going to talk about it at E3. If you look at the games on the PlayStation 3 with the PlayStation Now and the games that's on the PlayStation 4, it is like 3-1. It is disgusting, because you know what this is all about? They want to start taking those games from the PlayStation 3 and remaster for the people on the PlayStation 4. That's not right to the fan base. If you're paying a subscription, you should have access to the PlayStation 3 games and the games that's available on the PS4. Just look it up if you don't believe me. Let the Sony fanboys talk to you and tell you any type of rhetoric, but I'm telling you, I'm always going to be real about the situation. Now what you've done, PlayStation Nation, because of all this power talk, you've woken the sleeping giant. They got the money and the resources to do whatever they want. And now they're going to close in this gaming market, and pretty soon it's going to be a point to where all this power talk and all these things that was all important the beginning of this generation is going to have people eating crow, or they're going to start coming back to the Xbox side if the power thing is really what's all about. Because having a system that you can upgrade to your liking has never been done and is absolute genius. It's perfect. And that's something that PlayStation has not thought about with this innovation. They put too much money on VR, and VR is still, to me, a generation for the consoles, I should say, too early. It should not be out right now. They should be focusing on those games to bring back those classic games that PlayStation is known for. And instead of they not signing with, just think if they had EA access with their PlayStation Now and their old PlayStation 2 games. But no, they want to charge you $20 for a PlayStation 2 game. Man, for a PlayStation 1 game, it's like $15. It's crazy. Xbox is coming, man. And now we're going to see if PlayStation's got enough to try to slay the dragon, but I don't think they do.